Restart. Thanks, Alice.
All right. So you're already used to the code sandbox. Normally, when you edit the code, you can see the preview of the app itself here in this browser window. Next to the browser window, there's a button called Test. And when you click on this button, the view will change and you will see the actual tests that are part of this exercise. So this view gives you an overview over all the tests that are being executed. And if one of those tests fails, it will tell you which part exactly failed. So this would be one particular it function. And this is the label that you provided as first argument to this it function. And it would also tell you what exactly went wrong. So here you can see that the actual value is, the received one is broken, but the expected value should be Handyman's version. And you can see those two are different. So when something like this happens, you normally have to check what exactly is going wrong. In this case, it depends on the exercise. Some exercises want you to write the actual test code, while other exercises require you to write the actual implementation and the test code is already there. There is only one code sandbox link for you. And inside this code sandbox link, there are two files. One is called unit test.js. The other one is called component test.js. And those two files will contain two exercises as well as two bonus exercises each. So you will then see there's a comment block with the exercise number and a short description of what you have to do, as well as some to-do comments where you actually have to touch the code. And please don't forget to fork, otherwise you will not have your unique link. And when you're done working on the exercises, please click on share and then on copy sandbox link. So when you're submitting your the exercises, you can go to day 3, task submission, and just paste your link here and send it to us. You will also find the links to the code sandbox here as well. You will also find a link to the solutions, but I would highly encourage you not to use the solutions until really necessary. This is more about getting you used to the documentation and getting used to testing itself, and it probably might take some time if you haven't written any test yourself so far. I'm going to share this link with you as well on Slack right now. And it contains the link to the presentation slides that you saw, a link to exercises, again, which is just the same text that you saw on the Academy course, and some more links that might be useful to you when looking into specific topics like just what assertions you can do. You can have a look at that as well. Enzyme, or when you want to test React hooks as well. I also included a link to the Cypress docs if this is of any interest to you. The exercises that you will work on will only use 2 of these comparison methods. The one that you previously saw, which is called to be, which should be somewhere in here as well. It should be somewhere in here. And another one that you will have to figure out yourself. So let's have a look at the actual code sandbox. So please don't forget to fork this one. I'm not going to do this now, but you definitely have to. So after nothing will display in this browser preview here. And you can click on tests and this should work. And then you can have a look at the files here, the unit test.js and component test.js. and you will find the exercises here. So when you start implementing the tests, that's when you will probably see the first errors here. In this exercise, for example, you will have to remove the comments, the comment symbols, to make sure that this actually starts. In this one, for example, the test is already there, but the functionality is missing. In this case, you can see there's the function that we saw during the presentation earlier. And the second exercise wants you to extend the functionality of this function. And the same with the component test.js. You can see that there's each exercise in this case has its own component. In the first exercise, you will have to complete the tests. And in the second exercise, you will have to extend the functionality of the existing component. In this case, you can see the component of the second exercise is just empty. So you will have to add functionality here. Both files contain bonus exercises. You don't really have to do them today or at all. It's just if you want to get deeper into this topic of testing with Jest, you can touch these and try to solve them yourself. If you're very quick, you can even do them today. Yeah, that's about it. Any questions? That seems like there are no questions.
There was one question on Slack, which was, if the test window doesn't appear right away, where can we enable it?
Well, it should appear automatically when there are tests in the source folder. So if you have a code sandbox link open that does not contain any tests, like from the previous exercises, there will not be a test button. You have to open the code sandbox link with the test itself, and then there should automatically be a test button up here.
Good. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Found it.
All right.
So we'll break out into breakout sessions, I think, again, so that people can discuss this if they have any questions or want to work on things together. And we'll probably reconvene in 30 or 40 minutes and then close up for the day. So you have some time to work on these things. Feel free to ask any questions on Slack. I'll also try to bop around to a couple of the different, and maybe Jan Gerke can as well, to a couple of the different breakout sessions, just to provide some, answer any questions that people have. But yeah, feel free to get started and start working on this project.
Yeah, please do reach out to us if you are struggling or if you have questions.
Yep.
Yeah.